Hello, this is Goku Photo 71, and I'm back, this time to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog 2. The first part of this is going to be spoiler free. I will let you know when I'm going to start talking about spoilers. And I'm going to talk about my thoughts moving forward with the franchise. But right there, I got a buddy, Sonic, and Eggman, but don't care about Eggman. Just Sonic. Just Sonic. So, generally speaking, I enjoyed this movie. It is a good movie. The problem I have with it is apparently they did everything I didn't want them to do, and I'm going to get that into the spoiler talk. But other than that, the movie is good. It is a very entertaining film. It is very functional for what it is. But in my opinion, the Sonic movies have a huge problem with second acts. The second act in this movie sucks. The second act in the first movie sucks. But the first act, very, very good. And the final act, very, very good. So they need to work on their balancing for future films. But other than that, it is a good film. I do recommend it. And I did have a good time watching it. Now, the new addition characters, Tails, great. I love him. I wish he got more screen time. I wish he had more to do. But other than that, I loved him in the film. Knuckles, great. Knuckles had plenty to do. And he did a great job with what it was. I didn't love the voice, but I understand it. And that's fine. You're not always going to get everything perfect. I would have chosen a different voice actor, but whatever his name is. Sorry. I know his name, I just having trouble pronouncing it. But yeah. He did a great job. I just wouldn't have chosen him myself. With that said, there's not much to say, spoiler free. It is a very cookie cutter plot line that functions and works. Eggman is good like he was in the first film. Sonic is likable and very much like the first film. If you like the first film, you're going to like this film. I just wish they would have did a better second act. But hey, that's just my opinion. But overall, the film is actually good. Now, spoiler territory. If you have not seen the film, go. Go. Okay, good. If you're still here, we're good to go. So, they did everything I didn't want them to do. First thing I want to say is I did not want them to have Knuckles in the film. A lot of people might criticize me. A lot of people wanted Knuckles in the sequel. I wanted Knuckles in the third film. I wanted this to be about Tails and Sonic's friendship over time. I also didn't want Eggman until like the third act. And I wanted them to kind of go on an adventure and become friends and all that. That's there, but with Knuckles in the film, a lot of time is dedicated towards that, and I think you could have done a little bit more with their friendship. Their friendship doesn't have a lot of time to breathe, and that is a real problem I think the film has. Other than that, that's my big problem there. Now, the big thing I really didn't want them to do, but I thought they might, is the after the credits scene. As I said, spoilers, so there's an after credit scene if you've seen the movie and you didn't know, and it is Shadow. I thought for a second it was actually going to be Metal Sonic. It wasn't. I wanted Metal Sonic in the movie proper. He isn't. I'm a little surprised they're just discarding that character and not using him. He could have worked fine in this film. There are many ways they could have brought him in. I don't know why he's not in the film, but he's not in the film. And I don't think he's going to be in the next one. Because another thing moving forward is Jim Carrey is not going to be in the third film. I don't know why he doesn't want to be in the third film. So Eggman might not be there, or they might find some way to cartoonify him. And I think they could have actually did it with one of the things that happens in the movie. With the Chaos Emerald, they could have transformed him at the end. This is something they had to have known for a while. And I don't think Jim Carrey would have been against it. But as I said, they're either going to alter him or they're just not going to have him in the film. We'll see what they do. Other than that, them doing a Knuckles standalone film, I'm entertaining. Them doing Sonic 3, I'm entertained. I'm interested to see what they do. So overall, the film was good. I enjoyed it. They did the things I didn't want them to do. I think the film could have been better. And I wish Metal Sonic would be introduced, but we'll see. And I actually thought after the credit scene, I was actually rooting for Amy. I might be the only one. Leave in the comments if you wanted Amy too. And what would you have wanted for that after the credit scene? Or was Shadow your number one? With that said, yes, I enjoyed the film. I don't give films ratings because they're arbitrary. Whatever, an 8.5. Whatever, it's an arbitrary number. There are films that I'll give higher numbers that are worse films, and films that are better films that I give lower numbers. Number ratings are arbitrary. But I do highly recommend this film if you like the first one. I like what they're doing. I like that we're actually getting good video game movies. Like, what a concept. But this was Goku for Someone. And tell me what you think in the comments below. And I'll see you next time. YouTube.